Sun's coming up as you look to the skies, go down to the water and bathe in the light. Oh my love, oh my love. Angels will sing, whisper words of the heart as I'm holding you close. Keep a shelter from the dark. Oh my love, oh my love. Hold your breath.
Yeet, yeet. Happy New Year, my guy.
Happy motherfucking New Year. Man, I was gonna say, it feels like forever since I've heard that. Like, it feels like it's been forever since we did this, but man, it's only been a week.
I was gonna say it's been a whole year. I was gonna say let's not do that. That's too corny. But I'm with you. It has felt like a
I was
minute.
gonna, yeah, no. You know what, man? It's been a whole ass year since we've done a podcast together.
Let's go.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Man, talking about it's a new year. I kind of want to we're not gonna get too into detail on anything else, but we're gonna get into detail on this because I felt the new year started off right. It's Tiffy time, bro.
Oh my! Yeah, it is very much Tiffy time. It is very much Tiffy time.
Like I said, man, we don't have to get into detail on the rest of the show, but I believe she deserves to be a part of the intro segment with us.
Tiffy time does that. Some form of that cash, and I think out of all the women cash-ins, that's the best one.
Well, I was gonna say
Hey,
the women's Money in the Bank is officially still undefeated on cash-ins, and the only one that does not go down as an L, but was never put in as a cash-in was Asuka when Becky was pregnant and had to relinquish the title.
that is true. Um, so I do have to take back a comment I said because I remember it was a while ago on the show right before we talked Money in the Bank, and I was like, the women have not had somebody fail at a cash in yet, and I feel like this would be the one that happens. And I'm like, as much as I don't want it to happen to Tiffy, that would be the one. And I'm glad it didn't happen though. So I can admit I'm glad I'm wrong on that standpoint.
No, and I get exactly where you're at with it now. Looking back at that comment, she would have been
Right.
the one. She would have been the one that they would have gave that would have had that first loss. Because think about it, man. Out of all the women that have held the title now, held that briefcase, they have history within what they're doing. They got history within the business. You got
That is
Tiffy who
true.
comes off of Team USA Gymnastics. Like,
And then I can also say this too, like when she first got her title, her her direction was a little bit, oh, just like where are you going with this? Like she looks so ditzy with this briefcase. Like if you remember, like at the beginning, even with Naya, she looked very ditzy and not knowing what to do with the briefcase, and it even looked like she was going to fumble the opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, and I absolutely know what you're talking about because when she first got that briefcase, it was one of those. It did feel like, man, they're gonna give her another Otis. Like she's gonna be our Otis. Cool, you got the briefcase. You're gonna cash in, but you get beat by somebody like Katana Chance. Like that's how that felt like to me. But the fact that she grew into that briefcase, her and the briefcase became synonymous, and then the fact that she had the fans just behind her, the way it happened, it wasn't like the Damian Priest briefcase situation last year where you got 35 you know pretend cash ins and everything gets in the way. I think they ran it that angle great, and it's going to be real interesting now that Tiffany got that belt, bro. Like, I think that
Uh,
that says a lot.
Very much so.
So now that SmackDown's the only WWE cable network TV show, that was a great way to kick off that new era.
Oh my God. That was beautiful.
Because I
That
didn't, I didn't think about it until halfway through the show. But bro, it's a new era when it comes to SmackDown.
that was a I'm not gonna lie, that other than maybe the original SmackDown first airing taping, that was like second tier best, like what's popping kind of way to open up SmackDown or open up the transition. I don't know how you want to word that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like it is wild to believe because like we were talking about it before the show, but the new Netflix popped up with the Raw is War intro from back in the day in the Attitude Era, but using today's superstars. And like I'm looking at it right now, man, it fits so well.
Exactly. Like true perfection to a T.
So did you
Like
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna I was good. I didn't have much.
I was gonna
But you
say,
were saying, did I see?
yeah, I was gonna say I posted it up earlier. Wrestling Loop had posted the image earlier this morning. SmackDown or WWE laid out some black tarp in the ring last night with some sponsorships.
Oh, I kind of okay. So that's what I was seeing. Okay, I was reading. I was like confused. I didn't know if it was accurate or not. But okay.
Am I the only one that realized that SmackDown had a blue mat last night too?
No, I saw that, but I was like, okay, like I was trying to just like maybe they forgot to switch it after one of the promos or something. That's how I was thinking. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna count.
yeah, because I kind of sat there and it makes sense, bro. And let's talk about it real quick too. But if they're
Well, hang
revamping it and they're doing stuff like this, are you like, what are your thoughts seeing these sponsorships in the ring?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I feel about it the same way I feel about it when it comes to other professional sports. Um, None of your ads really gear towards me, so they're oblivious to me. Only for the simple fact of I don't buy none of the products y'all advertise like that. Like if you advertise Red Bull, I'm pretty sure I would see that advertisement a lot more. If you advertised um, Dr. Pepper, I would see that a lot more. You advertise Mountain Dew Baja Blast, that specific one, I would see that more.
I was gonna say when they did that Baja Blast, when they did the not the Baja Blast, but the Pitch Black, when they did the LA Knight Bray Wyatt match, Corey was
like
saying, man, like I was all about that.
like so like I'm not gonna lie, like that's why college football really gets my attention. I drink Dr. Pepper, especially Dr. Pepper Zero. That's the way to go, folks. Zero shitter. But
You know the NFL's catering to selling me food, right?
yeah, but y'all selling like y'all are promoting fast food on delivery food apps. I'm trying to like I need this pasta delivered to me, or I need like it's yeah. I know what they're trying to do. It don't like right now on the NFL game. There's an advertisement for Allstate down there at the bottom ticker. The fuck am I gonna use car insurance for? I already have great car insurance where I don't pay out the ass.
Shit,
No
bro.
offense to people, no offense to people that use Allstate, but like that's not gonna promote me to go like, yeah, let's go
Man,
Allstate.
I'm not gonna lie, insurance has to be the biggest fraud system known to man. And I'm not just saying this in as an aggravated, I'm a hater. But man, it's so sad that they can just throw out a number and we all have to oblige because
Like
we want to be taken
and
care of.
and the, and the sad part is they're like, oh, you can shop around and try to find you a deal. Bitch, what deal? Everybody is asking for the same thing or
Yeah.
maybe more money. So then I have to figure out what shithole I'm sorry. Hang on. That's a whole heel turn. See,
Oh
this is
yeah.
why I'm not gonna lie. This is why I was okay with my boy Luigi doing what my boy Luigi did, but I was trying not to let the world know that I'm siding with somebody that's out here committing murder and shit.
Listen, man.
But
No, hey, not all angels wear wings. I'm not saying killing somebody is the answer, but you know,
right,
it's people like Brian here who are pushing, just raping America to fatten their pockets, bro. And
exactly.
and as a veteran, I'll tell you this: it's sickening to know that the government just sits idly by and allows it to happen.
And I'm gonna tie it back like this because we went on a whole sidetrack. We don't want to scare y'all away. We were talking about advertisements on the mat. And that's just where I'm going to say, speaking of advertisements, did you know that if you got GOAT TV and signed up using the promo code REAL88, that you can get it for $25 a month?
That promo code is actually heel turn. That way we had to
Oh,
yeah, we had to
there
bring
we
it
go.
back in. Yeah.
There we go. So use the promo Hill Turn and you can get GOAT TV for $25 a month. Hear me out. I use GOAT TV. I am loving it. Speaking right now, I am currently watching halftime for Cincinnati being up 13-7 on the Pittsburgh
Yes, sir.
Steelers. It is wonderful. I used my GOAT TV to watch SmackDown last night. I used it to watch Monday Night Raw. It is very beautiful. You
Yeah,
love it.
we're going with it. We're going with them couple weeks. I'm waiting on my little promo deal with Spectrum to end.
I feel you. I feel you.
And we gotta
Don't.
but we're going to go. So again, promo hit up Matt Grisham, let him know that the boys at Heel Turn sent you. Let him know that Buck or if Trevor sent you using the promo code HeelTurn, and you will get $25 your first month. It is worth it because not only, yes, you still have to have your internet. It's the cheapest thing you're gonna get instead of getting 55,000 logins, having to pay all the subscriptions. You pay you pay the GOAT TV, and you get it all. New movies, up to date TV listings. All you gotta do is type in what you're wanting to watch, and I promise you, it is on that GOAT TV for that $25. Again, promo code HeelTurn, GOAT TV. Hit up Matt Grisham for more.
But I'm not gonna lie.
Way to run that
You
promo.
thank you. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I gave it to you so you can kind of cut it up there too. Shit, look at me go.
I know.
Um, but no, no,
Hey,
no.
you know,
Speak
it's kind of it's crazy how heel turn do all in it.
right. But I feel like if it got this, I'm not even gonna lie. Just even looking at the Prime logo sometimes on the mat, I don't like it. We noticed it when it first happened, and then this one got to the point kind of blended in. So like, I feel like if we're gonna keep doing the blue mat, it'll just be normal. But my question is, for Raw, is it gonna be blackish, grayish, or is it gonna be red? Because I don't know how we would feel about a whole red mat the whole night.
I would prefer a blackish. If not, give me a grayish, like a gray man.
Right. So
Like,
that
hey, and you know, when you do that, I'd be alright with with that new logo for Raw just being like that Raw on Netflix. Put that Netflix in on the turnbuckle pad. And it's how interesting that would be.
that would be okay. So maybe what I did see when I was on my other page was accurate. So like it was like, hey, potential map for Netflix, and I was like, that looks weird. I don't know if that's real or not. So like I didn't share it.
Yeah, the sponsors include Fortnite in the middle. You got Riyadh Season. You got Hulk Hogan's Brewery, Cricket Wireless, Netflix, and Snickers.
I already play Fortnite. None of that other stuff. I mean, you can get me if it was a Twix ad, not Snickers.
Well, I mean, Snickers and WWE have been a thing for
They always have been. You're not
forever.
wrong. You're not wrong.
Like, I'm outside of Hulk Hogan, everything else I'm good with because they've partnered with him. I mean, think about it when they run the campaign and the ads for the PLEs.
You're not wrong.
And since we're already talking about it, since we're cooking on it, when it comes to this and the ads, you know, what are your expectations for Monday Night Raw beginning Monday?
Realistically, I gotta say, I I kind of want to go into Monday with that little kid syndrome. Just go in, no expectations, just watch what happened and just let it be all naturally organic.
You know,
Like realistically, like I'm expecting a decent show, lots of storytelling, a lot of celebrating, a lot of a whole bunch of like we've been having Netflix type shit. But like realistically, I want to go into it like a kid again, bro, and just be like I remember being a kid turning on Monday Night Raw on TNT Spike TV because that was a little bit when we wasn't on USA, but we ignored that. And I remember watching for the first time. Who the fuck are these four dudes in the ring whooping everybody's ass? Oh, they call themselves Evolution. Who the fuck is Evolution? Holy fuck, I like this group. Holy
See,
fuck, I
you
am
know what's
this
crazy,
group.
bro?
Like,
Is the way you're talking about this and bringing it up. This is something I feel we should be doing weekly because there's so much information at the tip of our fingers that it's taken away that feeling. But the way you're talking, man, like I feel fans need to be doing that every week. Like even if you know what's about to happen, live in the moment, enjoy it.
so I'm not gonna lie, and I'm probably exposing myself a little bit. A lot of females tell me, you never live in the moment. You always are trying to like plan everything out. Okay, yeah, until you put wrestling on, and then it's forget all that planned stuff out. I'll think about planning that out after wrestling go off. That's my in the moment time. So like, yeah, it's funny.
You know, I know exactly where you're at because it is one of those like wrestling has been a huge part of everything of life. So from like getting like going back to the expectations, like I'm on your side. What I think if I had any expectation from Monday night, it would be I expect maybe more cinema when it comes to things. I expect because they are hyping this up so much and it's such a big deal that I do expect it to be if Dave Meltzer were to look at this no matter what, this bitch better be 5 stars. And I mean,
Like,
and I'm talking promos. I don't want no gimmick, dumb bullshit either.
fair enough.
I
Fair
think
enough.
when they're doing this, they need to sit down and go over whatever they got, go over that script, and bro, just absolutely just knock this one out of the park, bro. Like the first impressions are everything, right?
Right.
We are about to be opening our world to a whole nother audience that have cut the cord years ago, quit watching years ago. Now it's in your face. And hell, maybe you just can't, in those moments, you just don't know what to watch. It's Monday night. Oh, WWE's on. Let me see what they're doing these days. That's what happened with me. That's how I got back into it.
So I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it had got to a point where the group of friends that I had at school that I watched it with. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was a smarty two shoes, so like I didn't have class with those kids no more. I had classes with a whole bunch of kids I kind of didn't care for. We're not gonna get into it. So like obviously different lunch group. So like I stopped like really watching. Like I watched, and it was more so like I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch SmackDown that much because I felt like SmackDown was being ran like a shit show. So I did a lot more watching of Monday Night Raw. Also, Fridays were hard because I had football games. So if I got football games, there's no way I'm watching Friday Night SmackDown. And then when I get home, it's, well, I didn't record it. So I just watch Monday. That and it was more so like it's in the background playing, not me physically watching. So like I gave it my views nonetheless, but like physically watching it was like, oh, okay. It wasn't until I'm not gonna like COVID because it's like it ain't nothing on TV. Like, what am I gonna watch? And here I am sitting peak COVID, and I'm like, they've been cooking this Roman Reigns story. Like, what is they doing? And I'm not gonna lie, I just been rolling with the tribal chief back in wrestling since like the end of 2019 when they were cooking with him. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
So I first popped back into watching it in 2018 after I think I had taken at least 6 years off from watching it. Because I
I'm not
remember,
gonna lie, them early teen years took a lot off of everybody's life if you watched wrestling.
yeah, because the last time I can even recall watching was early, because like '09, '09 ish, living in, being stationed in Kansas, me and my barracks mate would kind of make it a thing because like we worked the same job, literally worked the same shifts, hung out, like took my this boy has seen his first set of titties at a titty bar
Love
on his
it.
21st birthday with us, bro. Like that was a whole nother story.
Side note, we
But
gotta
like
break my cherry on that. I ain't never done
we would
those.
have, we would sit down and just, bro, it'd be watch parties. It'd be, and then that's where we found out we had a handful of us in the barracks because ours was set up almost like it was two people per like a small apartment, and you had like 200 of these in a whole dorm thing. So like we found out there was like five other people on our floor that were wrestling fans, and bro, it was we used to watch that shit all the time. Like we were there. The only one we would miss was SmackDown. And where we were at, you could watch it on Saturday mornings on like Fox Sports or some shit. So you really weren't missing much. So get back into it in 2018, bro. It was I strolling through something one night, seen WrestleMania was popped up. You know what? Let me see what's up. Because manias have always been great. You would think, right?
Right.
So I ordered, and that was under Orlando. Just happened to be, because I just seen it was oh shit, they're in Orlando. Let me check this shit out. Undertaker, loses to fucking what's his name, Roman. I'm like, oh no shit. You know, they had me invested because Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt. It was a good card. Like it got me watching a little bit again. And then fast forward to 2019. Really got invested in the Mania, but didn't watch it. Or no, I watched it and got back into it more. Supposed to go to that. I seen Mania's coming to Tampa, so got the girl invested in it. And then kind of like where you said, bro, pandemic hit, and it was just like boom. Where I'm going with it is when they air this shit Monday, they need to give that first episode of Monday Night Raw. They need to set the tone.
I hope I hope it's good, but not to the point where you make me want. Okay, like yes, I'm expecting 5 star, blow it off the door, but don't make it where I'm expecting 5 star every fucking night. Like make it
No,
still be realistic. Make it still be realistic.
yeah. Well, when it comes to your storylines, if you need to, if you need to end that storyline and it like live in Rio, make it big. Make that 5 star.
Oh, that's gonna be
If
beautiful.
this is a if this is the beginning of a small feud, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and this is just match number one. Okay, you don't necessarily need to make it a banger. Of course, it's going to be, but you don't need to make it a banger. When I see tribal combat, for the Ulafala, I expect already this to be an absolute fucking banger.
Absolute banger.
And if it's not, there's gonna, that is where I'll have an issue because we're gonna get into it here in a sec because this sitting on the docket and I'm looking at it from my page, but this Ulafala better be worth it. Is all I'm gonna say. And I know to the Samoan culture it is, but hey, let's bring this up and talk about it real quick.
Okay.
I posted this on my page earlier. I want your thoughts. The post is if this is the last night we see Solo and Ulafala and he loses it on Monday, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the work that Solo Sokoa has done since WrestleMania. No Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes is the champion, and the guys being pulled from free agency like Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu. Solo is legit carried SmackDown in a way that no one would have thought was possible, bro. We've got to watch him come into his own as a main character, watching him slowly but surely get comfortable in huge shoes Roman left after he left the bloodline afloat post Mania. Solo went from being that 0-42 loser at live event circuit to an absolute integral cog in everything that's going on with SmackDown for the last year. I don't know what happens with him, bro, after he loses, but right now, in this moment, love him or hate him, Solo deserves his flowers, man. He deserves all the I love you solos for what he has done for the brand and the story these last 8 months.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Well, well, Solo, not Walmart. My bad. Solo deserves all his, like, yes, I sit here and be like, that's not my tribal chief. That's the weekend version of, that's the TV version of the weekend. Blah blah. Yeah, I say all that. Let's be real. Without Solo, who would have carried that storyline at all? You had to have Solo go from being, how can I put it? You had to have Solo going from being basically Martin Lawrence in the Bad Boy movies, where he's the sidekick. Because let's be real, we all know that's a Will Smith movie. That's not a Martin Lawrence movie in Bad Boys. So yeah, he has to go from being the number two sidekick in the movie to being the main guy. Okay, can you even be the main guy? Let's be real. Solo Sequoia deserves breakout superstar of the year. This man showed that he can be funny, he can be serious, he can.
Hey, I don't want to cut you off. Joe Burrow is down.
Oh my,
Ooh,
that's not good.
poor Bengal fans.
Poor Bengal fans.
But all right, back
Ooh,
to what you were saying.
but yeah. So like, I don't get. He deserves breakout of the year because the man made. I'm not going. He's made me laugh all year long. He's developed his character in such a rushed kind of way that it was good. He, I'm not gonna lie, he made the part of Cody's title run kind of interesting. So like, you're not wrong. He deserves his flowers.
I
Just like
mean,
maybe because he's not a face, he's not gonna get his flowers. But I'm not gonna lie. Solo, come on, Solo does. And out of all people to control these wild ass botch throwing Samoans, you got funny ass Solo doing it. Like I'm not even mad.
well, and see, that's what I was gonna bring up. Like when you think about it, like pre-Mania, when Roman was talking, the next tribal chief is going to be Solo. That was his, his enforcer. It was, we thought that was the only one that was never going to betray Roman with the way that shit was looking, you know?
You know?
And, like, who would have thought that when we had heard the echoes of, you're the next tribal chief when I'm ready to, you know, take everything and, hang it up, who would have thought that it would have been this way? Because in that time frame, Roman could have looked at Jay. We were all wanting a Jay push. He could have looked at Jay and said, "Hey, you're going to be the next guy to do it." Because think about it, bro. Jay would be perfect. He could have looked at Jimmy just to despite Jay. But bro, he looked like that shit. He looked at Solo and said, "You're going to be the next man up." And bro, you even hit it, bro. Like Solo was made us slack. He has helped build this story. And I know you said it kind of rushed, but did they rush it, or did we really just see what the hints were now? Where now the Easter eggs are open.
I'm not gonna lie. I probably said rushed it, meaning in a sense of last year was weird. Like I don't know if other people or listeners felt like this, or even you felt like this. Like last year felt like it went by real fast, and then very slow, and then very fast, and then just like, hey, 2025.
Yeah, there was I mean, because my birthday is February, so it's always been that way for me. Because it's like and I mean, am I with my kids being up in Alabama? It's one of those like I got Christmas ends the year, New Year's happens. All right, cool, boom, my birthday pops up out of nowhere. So I'm doing that countdown, and it's like boom, 6 weeks in, I celebrate. Then I'm like, okay, Easter or St. Patty's Day. Then we go Easter and Mommy and Daddy Day. And then it's slow as fuck. Then you get, you get your 4th of July, and you got nothing. You get all that back to school talk, all that shit, bro. Like, I know how you feel. It does. It
Gotcha.
feels like the middle of the year, bro, just drags the fuck out. The middle of the year feels like a year in itself.
Exactly. And like I said, it just seems like real slow, real zoomy, and I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here and I was like, did that happen last year? Or did that happen like 9 years ago? And then come to find out it happened in like March, and I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Because there was stuff I was watching on the road to WrestleMania 40 on Netflix, and I'm just like, wow, that really happened this year. Or last year, and I'm just like, wow, because it did. It felt like a couple years ago, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, damn, bro, like we've really done a lot of storytelling in WWE, but we really haven't gone far. Like, think about it, dude. Mania and The Rock may not be a thing this year. So, in order for us to get head of the table versus head of the table, we might have to wait a year. We might have to wait till WrestleMania 42 or wherever the hell that's going to be at.
Oh Lord Jesus,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
And I'm really waiting on this blood. I really want this bloodline thing to be wrapped up here by like Mania. Maybe what is it? Backlash, post Mania. I could deal with that. Being the ending, but after that, like, let's wrap this shit up and head to the next thing now. Because y'all think about it, man.
But
Bloodline storyline's been going on for half a decade. This ain't we ain't long term storytelling no more, my man. They're literally trying to beat Raw on USA Network as the longest episodic thing in history. Now, that being said, I want to jump back to Raw and USA Network for a second because last Monday was the final time you were going to see Monday Night Raw on USA Network. Let 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 us explain this again for some of you that do not comprehend, have a hard time reading, or just plain on absolute fucking retarded. If you on Monday night when you turn on USA Network, if you have cable and you are wanting to tune in, just know you will not see that shit. You're probably gonna see another, a rerun of fucking Law and Order. No disrespect to them because I know they've been doing it for just as long, but you ain't gonna see it. You got to turn on Netflix, and you know where you get Netflix? Tell them, Trevor.
you get Netflix on Go TV. You get Netflix on Go TV along with your Peacock for Saturday Night Main Event that's coming up in a few weeks. Oh, you thought I forgot? I didn't forget. Check out GOAT TV. Tell them the boys over at Hill Turn sent you. Get your first month $25. Come
Hey, you know
on,
what's
you
crazy?
know
Hey,
you
you know
want
what's
to.
crazy? Talking about forgetting, I think WWE forgot that they got that main event coming up soon because they're promoting the Royal
Oh,
Rumble.
okay. We keep teasing around it. That's my heel turn for tonight.
Okay.
My my heel turn is I am sick and tired of every year y'all want to push these dates further and further and further out. Like the Royal Rumble's in February now. Fucking February, not January. No, 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 no. I used to be able to look too forward to that shit in January. No, I gotta wait till the end of the fucking month. Gotta wait till
Well,
the first day of like,
if you
bro.
think about it, though, we've always kind of had to wait an entire month in January. I'm not necessarily heartbroken on it. Here's my thing with it, though. If you did that, why not put something like Saturday night's main event? Why not put that shit like tonight or next weekend? You know,
Also,
kind of.
also, why, why, and since when? Okay, like if you can't afford certain arenas, I'm gonna need you to not afford those arenas in the sense of why the fuck I gotta figure out and give away my whole life just to attend a WrestleMania, a Royal Rumble, or something. Like I am so tired of having to give you my bill money, my livable money, all of it to just like go to a PLE, damn it. Like, I would love to be able to be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to
was
the
gonna say,
Rumble,
man. You,
but I can't
I,
afford to go to the Rumble.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think you shared it in the group chat. But Royal Rumble next year gonna be in Saudi Arabia. Like,
I hope, I hope it's just a rumor and it's not fucking true because
hey, so here's my thing, bro. When do we talk about these wrestlers? Well, I'm sorry, because if we go back and watch some of the shit, wrestling is a dirty word. These superstars, when do we talk about them being paid more than NFL athletes because of this? Because you know they're making a pretty they better be making a pretty penny for this type of shit, bro.
if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like WWE or well, I feel like the superstars in the professional wrestling entity as a whole make like hockey player type money. You
Yeah,
know, no real hockey player makes like buku money, but like you have your set core of hockey players that make maybe at max 15, 12 to $15 million a year, no more than that. Because I know back in '09 they gave Patrick Kane like $10 million a fucking year, but Chicago is stupid as a city in a whole when it comes to their sports franchises. Who am I?
yeah.
Because
But
like that's another heel turn I got. Speaking of Chicago, and I'm so sorry, but that's fucking stupid that that the fucking general manager don't want to potentially hire the offensive coordinator for the Lions because he feels like the Lions offensive coordinator is gonna get him his job taken away because he's actually knowing how to run a franchise, and you rather hire a defensive coach and say fuck Caleb Williams and go through the okay, I'm done with Chicago sports.
yeah,
On the bright side, at least Chicago basketball is going to put Derrick Rose, and they're going to retire his number one jersey for being, you know, the only accomplishment he got while being there, which is the youngest MVP ever. But hey, I'm so done with Chicago
yeah.
sports and basketball in general.
Listen, man, we're talking about Derrick Rose. That's probably the one player I wish would have got a fucking ring. But I admire his dedication to the team.
um,
Derrick Rose and Chris Paul are the two players, bro, that I believe or I feel would be great on a championship team just to get one. Especially you got guys like LeBum, going to 35 NBA finals in 35 years, but coming away with, 3 rings.
uh, I Okay. I'm ready. Okay, so first off, fuck the NBA. Fuck all this shit. You gotta start by saying fuck LeBron. Because LeBron, it's your fucking fault that the NBA is dying. What do you mean, Trevor? Why is the NBA? What do you mean it's LeBron's fault? LeBron's the fucking GOAT. LeBron's this. It's LeBron's fault. Why? Because LeBron couldn't beat fucking Boston to save his fucking ass in Cleveland. But it's not all the way his fault in Cleveland. Cleveland didn't give him no fucking help. So what did LeBron do? Oh, I'm gonna call D Wade and I'm gonna go hang out with Chris Bosh and we're just gonna go say fuck everybody and spend all this money in Miami and just this is how we're gonna beat this old ass Boston Celtics team. And so then everybody was like, wait, that's how you got to beat everybody. So great. Now we're just going to pay everybody to beat everybody. But don't forget, the last true drafted, talented team that was built was Golden State, but everybody got pissed off because Golden State actually did it the right way to have their big three. They drafted everybody. Like I said, this is all LeBron's fault. That's why your numbers are dying. That's why your ratings are horrible. That's why you can't make no money. That's why certain people will never win a championship because it's all propagandized to make money because y'all couldn't stop a fucking Celtics team. It is all LeBron's fault. I am done. Kobe is my GOAT. I am over the NBA.
Okay, so here's my heel turn then when it comes to that. And it falls in the same game because one, Michael and Kobe are the two goats to my generation. LeBron, yes, will be the greatest generational goat
Yes.
of the 2000s, not named Kobe Bryant. The fact that Kobe isn't here, his legacy will always be better than LeBron. Number wise, of course, LeBron's gonna be at the very top. He should be after 21 years.
I mean, you've done it longer. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on LeBron when I said that. But the whole stigma, like what really popped that off for me is everybody's been talking about the NBA and how it's been dying and how, oh, ratings this and ratings that. It was
Well, see,
just,
okay, so here's my thing with that. When my issue with LeBron, it isn't that he's got the numbers. Again, numbers are gonna your numbers better be there if you've been in the league as long as you have, and you're the self-proclaimed king since day one.
okay, but if I'm gonna be real, you see it in every sport, even our sport of professional wrestling. There's a you pass the baton to somebody and you slowly faded to the back. Okay? What happened in the NFL? Tom Brady passed the baton to the motherfucker nobody can stand. His name's Patrick Mahomes. All right. Boom. Let's be real. In hockey, they passed it to Conor Bedard. Beautiful. In WWE, for whatever reason, it's in Cody Rhodes' hands. For whatever reason. But understandably, I get it. But it's been passed along. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who has LeBron passed it to? Like statistically, and I say statistically, because everybody's going to have their opinion statistically because if he has the most points scored, he just broke the most 30-point scored games in NBA history. Like you've done it longer, so statistically, you're on NBA's Mount Rushmore. I'm going to refrain from using the word GOAT because that's under everybody's dictation of who
no,
they see as a GOAT.
okay.
Some people see
So
Kobe, some people see MJ. It's like,
listen, here's
okay,
my
whatever.
thing. If you were to do a Mount Rushmore of the NBA, if you did four heads, he wouldn't be on there. But if it one
See,
of those, if you broke it down to four different generations, absolutely. I mean, Speaking of
That's the only
passing the
way.
torch, if you're
That
talking
would be
about
the only
passing
way.
the torch, Kobe, well, MJ kind of passed it with Kobe. Kobe was slowly transitioning with it and passing it to LeBron. The thing with it that I had
Right,
an
but
issue with LeBron.
LeBron ain't gave it to nobody because he keeps
Well,
trying to fucking do it.
well, I was gonna say my issue with LeBron with the whole thing is one, you came in calling yourself a goat. You're not a goat when legit, bro. You're a
No,
rookie.
I get that. I get that because he
And
did come in talking about he was a king already, and it's like,
yeah,
wait,
now
what?
and you're the you can't be the next Jordan because one, Jordan wasn't, he never claimed to be the best. He grinded himself into what he was doing.
I'm not saying that LeBron
He
didn't
let
grind.
he let the play happen.
Can I be real? I could be real.
What's up?
I'll tell you what the real issue is. I can tell you why it might seem like we're LeBron haters. You want to know why? You want to know exactly what it is?
What is
It's
it?
social media. LeBron came through the social media era. So this nigga does nothing but post on social media, and so like it's extra fucking annoying. And so then like he's speaking on fucking social media topics
Okay,
and
so
social,
if we wanna dive that
like if
deep into the LeBron thing, I
I
think
feel like that's
LeBron's a
what it might
dumbass.
be.
If we had to dive into the social media aspect and use that on the metric system with it, I think LeBron's a fucking dipshit. But if we were to just
Eh,
keep it basketball related, my issue is what you brought up. You're the self proclaimed king. You and bro, if he would have got all his rings in Cleveland, like I would have never argued it. Or if he'd have got at least two of them in Cleveland,
Okay, hang on, hang on.
I would have never
Okay,
talked shit.
not even Cleveland, not even Cleveland. If you would have shut the fuck up and did like you said you was gonna do in Miami, not one, not two, not three, not four, not because let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. You could have at least put two more championships in Miami before you walked away. For sure a third. For sure a third. But I believe you could have put two more championships in Miami. And even being a Miami Heat fan, I didn't want you down there. It was kind of like the whole Tom Brady thing here in Tampa for me. I kind of didn't want Tom Brady either, but thank you for the championships while you were
You
there.
know what, bro? When he went to Miami, the only issue I have with it is they made a whole spectacle of it. But I get it.
Oh my
All
God.
sports do it. They did
So,
it with Tom Brady. I was cool with him
okay.
hitting Miami because when Shaq and Dwayne did it that one time in Miami, like I'm a Shaq fan. I'm a Shaq fan because I'm a Kobe, along with being a Kobe fan. Being a fan of both was hard. But seeing what he did in Miami with that title was cool. When he left and it was Dwayne and Dwayne got, LeBron, it was one of those like, all right, cool. LeBron's gonna get a veteran guy who knows how to deal with egos and with Dwayne. I agree with you. I think his legacy would have meant more. Either he'd have stayed in Cleveland and put titles up, or he'd have put a couple more up in Miami. Like,
I'm
had he
also
done
not
that,
gonna
bro,
lie. So I did okay, so like this is where I like to go down certain rabbit holes and I believe certain things. I believe I'm still I can't even say that. I believe all sports are rigged to know who's gonna win what, and I'm not gonna go down to the example of like what they were saying with the NFL strip, where they were like, "Oh, it's buttoned down to doing what players are gonna be good, what players are gonna be bad." I'm not saying it's going down to that extent. I'm just saying like basically once the playoff picture is set, they know who's going to win the title. I put it that way.
When it comes to so when it comes to the playoffs, I can agree
Like
with
I'm not
you. I'll
like
go
if I'm
to.
being
Go ahead.
okay. So like if I'm being honest, like I'm sitting here and I'm watching the Cincinnati Steelers game. Right,
Yeah.
it's 16-7, and Cincinnati's up. If I'm being so honest, like a 8-8 Cincinnati team with a horrible fucking defenses for whatever reason, just floating around with a Pittsburgh team that's known for their defense, and it's like if like Cincinnati needs to win to go into playoffs, then that's gonna boost rate. Let's be real, that's gonna boost ratings because then you got Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen round one. Like let's be for real, finding that a little money boosting for. I'm just saying, like to me, that's a little suspicious.
No, I get where you're going with it.
It's a little wild. Like I get it, money, cinema. That's what everybody wants to see. Nobody wants to see like an actual good Chargers team versus an actual somewhat decent Bills team. Like nobody wants to see that. They want to see they want to see the pretty quarterback versus the other pretty quarterback. Like, yeah.
Oh, you don't think Justin Herbert's pretty?
I'm not gonna lie, I believe Justin Herbert is the best looking quarterback in the NFL right now, no homo.
I was gonna say I think
But
he's
you got
good.
you got the weirdos that like Trevor Lawrence because you gotta love your blind girl, and
Sunshine.
and then you got your weirdos that you gotta like your Joe Burrow and your Josh Allen because like oh my god, why not? Like look at them, right? And then you got your weirdos that be like, oh my god, but Patrick Mahomes. hmm hmm
Ah,
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog here.
And then let's not forget, let's not leave out our favorite group, those basic white girls that love C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and Jay Daniels. Okay, and yeah, we can't forget about them. We can't forget about the white girls that loves our Negro brothers.
Hey,
We
it's
appreciate
okay.
y'all and thank you.
Hey, it's okay because we get the sexiest man alive in Baker Mayfield.
That is very much true. Now I will be honest. I will be honest. For a little bit there, like, and I'm not gonna lie. That group of black women. There's a little bit up there like they liked him a little bit of Joe Burrow because Travis Kelsey. That's all I'm gonna say. Black women love them some
Joe Burrow
Travis.
looks like Macaulay
Listen,
Culkin.
listen. Black women love them some Travis Kelsey and Joe Burrow, like kind of
Hey,
borderline
hey,
that with his little bit of swagger. I'm not gonna lie.
listening. Before Tay, Travis loved himself some black women too.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I have a Tay Tay and a Tribe breakup on my 2025 bingo card.
Oh, you know,
As much as I don't
I'm not
want it
a.
to be,
I am. I
I
was gonna
just
say I am not a Tay fan at all.
I'm not. I
But
will say the NFL did better this year.
I like what she's done to him. Like
Oh no, for
I
sure,
like the type of
to a
figure
degree,
like I feel he
to a
I guess
degree.
I don't need to see Taylor Swift all the time at watching a Chiefs game. I'll agree with the notion to it.
That's what I'm
But
saying. I will say, unless that's just my doing, I feel like they did a little bit better. Not as much Tay Tay on TV,
yeah.
but maybe that was my doing. Not trying to really pay attention to. Let's be real. Every Chiefs game I fucking looked at, I'm like, oh, these bitches are gonna lose. Hell, we lost to these bitches on a coin flip.
Yeah, okay. You know, we don't like talking about heartbreak right now.
Okay. Anyways, going back to the whole, Raw not being on live television no more, and that was the whole reason I went on the tangent about ratings. Anyway, wrestling's gonna put up ratings. Football's gonna put up ratings. So even though Raw going off live television was a little bit ceremonial, a little bit, let's be real, the depth and that was the death of cable television. Let's be real, because you can stream all your sports now. That was the death of cable television.
Well,
Once
I was gonna,
SmackDown gets put over, that's the actual death, and maybe we can give live television a fume and put it in the ghetto clouds and do
well,
all that fun stuff.
SmackDown will end up on Netflix full time, I believe, at one point. I think seeing so it's a 5 year deal. I could see that this USA Network deal, not being renewed towards the end of where the Raw deal, like because I think there's like a year gap again. So
Okay.
it would be interesting if everything goes well with the network or with Raw, and you get straight up just the WWE network on Netflix.
Can I be real? This would be a great way for them to redo the WWE network, because I feel like like when they first came out with the network, I feel like this is what they were trying to do a Netflix type vibe with it, a Netflix type thing. But it was like so much time, and then they gave themselves such a short deadline, and then they rushed it. Like I feel like it had the opportunity to be a Netflix type thing, but they didn't go about it the right way because nobody really had a blueprint for a streaming platform yet. So I feel like you're not wrong. I feel like we will get it as a sense of being almost a WWE network again.
I mean, I am expecting it that way.
I
I'm
mean,
expecting Raw to kind of usher in
because
because we'll talk about it and Netflix add in the content or WWE content for Raw and other stuff like the Road to WrestleMania, Superstar Profiles, um, the Raw Vault, the Raw Collection. I think if there's a massive desire for more, once that Peacock deal ends here, and I believe it's a couple months, I could see Netflix bringing all that over. So you would get all your SmackDown content, all your PLEs, because those are still on Peacock. So they do. A lot of people don't realize, but you're getting duped because you don't have all that content yet. All you have is anything Raw related. So you still can't watch. You still got to go to Peacock to watch those old PLEs,
right,
the old SmackDowns, the old NXTs. So I can see all that. It would be cool for Netflix to absolutely buy into that, bring that content over, and then renew or extend WWE's deal within that 5 years to bring SmackDown over, to bring even NXT, but to bring the entire library over. I could see that $5 billion deal turning into something such as a 50 or a $500 billion deal. Like I could see WWE getting the largest payday for a streaming service in history between Netflix, and that happening within the next couple of years. But that, I mean, that's just
You
me
know
though.
what? I can see that though. I can see that.
Because, like you said, streaming is the thing these days. Everybody, they cut cable, Go TV gets all of it in one place. But maybe Netflix can help bridge that gap because look what they're doing with live sports. Then you're bringing on Raw. Then you could bring in SmackDown. Just imagine what they. Maybe Netflix becomes that new go-to for live. You get everything in one place. So maybe they are your quote unquote cable provider without needing that cable. Maybe Netflix is going to be the one to say, hey, you know what? Maybe you don't need 9,000 logins to watch everything. We'll put everything here. How's the NFL on Netflix full time now?
Okay.
You still get it on local TV because you can't necessarily take it away.
That is
But
true.
no, we don't need to do a deal with network TV or cable TV if we're NFL. We can just do it with, Netflix. They're willing to pay the money.
You know what?
So,
You're not right. So I'm not even mad at it. I agree. I like it. I can see it happening.
I mean, it's good to it'd be a good thing to do, bro. Like if you really think about it. Now, shifting gears, kind of hitting this main event topic. The heel turn entering the 2K Creator Wrestler universe.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have new content and episodes streaming via the Real 88 YouTube channel. Gonna have reels, promos, stories.
Listen, it's gonna be a great time. You can watch us come up with our storylines. You can keep along with following us and our glorious wrestlers. We'll have more information, backstories, and where they all come from as we get to that point. But like you can catch us doing GM mode. You can catch us doing our universe mode. It we got some ideas. We're popping them. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be lit.
And not to mention, we will also be covering the current PLEs going on. We will be doing simulations of those matches as long as it permits within that game. It's gonna be fun.
I'm down. I'm ready for a great time.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to have fun this year. Last year was a lot.
Yeah, and man, this year I think this year's gonna be fun, just all around. And like I was talking to you about, it's gonna be there's gonna be no stress for it. There's no need for it,
We got a lot of
especially with what we're doing,
great
man.
things. Got a lot of great and fun, exciting secrets planned for y'all that y'all don't know about yet. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I am too. But that's all we got for this week, man. I appreciate you joining. And when it comes to this WWE heel turn wrestling We will have more details following, but you can catch the streams live on Saturday. We will have more details that follow as to when and where, but you can catch us exact on Saturdays. You can also stay tuned to the Real 88 page and the YouTube channel as we will be posting extra special content throughout the week. But you can catch us again also next Friday for another heel turn.
You can always catch us on Fridays for another episode of Hill Turn.
And don't forget, y'all, Monday night, Netflix, 8 o'clock, Raw goes
So
live.
don't miss Raw. You're gonna be upset if you miss Raw. Granted, yes, you can watch the live recording the next day, but it's
You can
not
watch
gonna
the
be the
live record.
same.
Actually, you
You
can
gotta
watch the
think.
live recording right after the live thing.
That is very much true. You could. I will say, you don't want to have to be scrolling. You don't want to be dumb scrolling and come across spoilers because that's going to happen on TikTok. I'm not going to lie. I drop spoilers on social media. You don't want to have to see spoilers that way.
No. You know, before we get off here, I want to get your thoughts. What were your grade last night on SmackDown for the 3 hours?
I'm going to give it a solid B. It was great. It had its moments. I, I'm not going to lie. I felt like some stuff drug a little bit,
Yeah,
but it was a nice little break from having a 3 hour show and going back to 3 hour show. It felt good because oh, that's right, they do have to carry on and cover it. So like, I'm not gonna lie, it was good. It was good. It was solid.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'll run with that B because for a 3 hour SmackDown, it it carried the way I needed it to. Yeah, it had its dull moments. I mean, I'm not expecting it to be a banger start to finish. Um, it was cool that they kind of were teasing what we're gonna get on Netflix with certain things. I'm excited. So
Right.
I hope they can keep it up though. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be a bear. Don't don't force it. And that was one thing I wanted to mention too. Triple H had talked about with this move to Netflix. Raw is not guaranteed to be 3 hours each week.
Fair enough.
There could be a point that if they only feel that Raw needs to be an hour and a half, it's going to be an hour and a half. He said his love for timing is about 2.5 hours because he does understand and believe that 3 hours is too much for some fans, but 2 hours is not enough. So I would kind of expect Raw to be about 2.5 hours. Maybe it'll probably be 3 for the first little bit, but don't be surprised if they kind of downsize it for us. And don't be surprised if there's ads, folks. You can't have no ads, no commercials on something live like that. There's no way. All of that is set up for TV timeouts as well. But again, you can catch more of the heel turn bullshit next Friday night. You can also catch us streaming. It'll be on Twitch live, but we'll also be doing shows on YouTube. Until next week, man, y'all be safe. and don't just fuck it. Super kick a motherfucker.
Just super kick a bitch.
Sun's coming up as you look to the skies, go down to the water and bathe in the light. Oh my love, oh my love. Angels will sing, whisper words of the heart as I'm holding you close. Keep it shelter from the dark. Oh my love.